Hi, my name's Courtney Morris, and come to my kitchen and help me bake a 1918 recipe for banana bread. Okay, so what do you do with bananas that look like this? Of course, you make banana bread. I don't like bananas unless they are in banana bread. I buy these for my kids, and this is what happens. They don't eat them, and then we have oodles of banana bread all the time. I have a modern day recipe that I have developed over the years that I absolutely love, so I'm interested to see how this compares. So this recipe only has 4 ingredients. It's bananas, flour, water, and yeast, which is weird because you don't normally put yeast in a banana bread. But back then, yeast was your leavening agent. Baking soda and baking powder were not really commercially available to the extent that we have it now. So a lot of the old time staples still come into play. The Maui News in 1918 came out with this recipe because of a banana surplus because of the war. They weren't shipping out bananas, and so they had to do something with it. So let's give this a shot. Okay, so this recipe calls for 2/3 of a banana. Who uses 2/3 of a banana? Use the whole thing. So I'm going to cut all my bananas into thirds, count how many 2/3 I have, and then I'll be able to see how much flour I need. 2/3? Really?
Alright, 1/3, 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. I guess that would make it 1/3. 1/3, 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. Okay.
So for every 2/3 of a banana, I need 1/3 cup of flour. So that means 1/3, 2/3, 1 cup, 1/3, 2/3, 2 cups. I need 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of flour, lots of thirds of bananas. I need a bowl. I don't have a bowl. I have a bowl now. This is gross. I hate bananas. It's just making my stomach turn. But I know that in banana bread, it's good. Can't eat anything else banana. I looked at recipes for like banana pudding and banana pie and banana custard, and it's just like, ugh. Okay, now it says yeast. That's all it says is yeast. So I'm just gonna make a packet of yeast. That's 2 1/4 teaspoons to, I think, like a 1/2 cup of water. One of the beauties of old recipes is everything's tribal knowledge. Nobody measures anything. There's no standardization on just about anything at all. I don't know when that happened, but glory be to the person who decided that the standardization and measurement needed to happen in recipes. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so I am a very avid bread maker. And with yeast breads, you want to knead them so the gluten has a chance to form, and that's where you get the nice puffiness. But this says nothing about kneading it, so I don't think I could have picked a recipe that was as much as a pain in the butt as having to mash a banana with a fork. It's weird not adding cinnamon or sugar or like all the warm, cozy spices that you normally would get in a traditional, I guess modern sense, banana bread. Okay, I think I'm to the point where I need liquid. I'm gonna start with enough to just, I guess, get it wet and get it to the point where I can do something with it. So I started out with a cup of water in here. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to use. So far I've used about a quarter, a little over a quarter cup. So after I put in enough liquid, I decided to knead the heck out of it with a fork just to see if I could get the gluten to activate so we might have a more fluffy bread. I'm assuming that's what they would have done since it is a yeast bread. And the consistency actually turned out looking like a banana bread batter, but if you pull it up a little bit, you can start to see where the gluten strands had formed. So I stuck it in a parchment-lined baking tin at 350 for about 30 minutes, and look at that, it actually rose a little bit. Okay, so this is out of the oven, it's cooled off enough, and I am about ready to dive in and try the first bite. Let's see how this tastes. Wow. That's not banana bread. That does not taste anything like banana bread, but it tastes like a slightly sweet country bread that's really dense and moist, but the flavor's great. Like, it's a really, with some butter, it would taste really good warm with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something like that. I'm really surprised. For 4 ingredients, I didn't know what to expect. Not that I'm saying I'd make it again, because I like my banana bread. You can see in the middle there, it's puffy, but it's moist and doughy. And it's a little gluey if you get too much in your mouth. All right, well, we got another one in the bag and done, and it's not terrible. I can see why history didn't necessarily forget about this, but they improved upon it. And I am oh so happy that they did. But you know, for a precursor, not bad. If you enjoy coming along with me on these historical experiments of cookery, please like and subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and leave me a comment. I'm always on the lookout for new, old recipes to try out. So if you have any, let me know. All right, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you next week. Bye.